Hello, Cancers. Cancers, this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Cancers, we're going to just dive right on in. I've already prayed over your cards. I already asked Most High God for complete and total clarity in every area of your lives. Now that the rose-colored glasses have been removed from everyone's eyes about relationships, from people, your loved ones, friendships, all of those things, right? And you all are high priestess energies, right? The part of your body, and this is going to be key in case people are taking notes. Like I said, this is Queen Amun Ra. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. A lot of times you want to take notes. Want to take notes. Want to take notes. I'm talking to you wherever Cancer falls in your birth chart. If you're coming to find out about certain areas of your life, like your career, that would be your 10th house north node. If you're coming to find out about love, that would be Venus. Find out, just pull your birth chart, find out, watch that sign for Venus. If you want to find out about just relationships in general, there's houses that you're watching. That's why I talk about, when if you're just watching your sun sign, you're not getting a full picture of what Source is trying to give someone, right? What Source is trying to give someone. So, yeah, you want to kind of get in tune with everything. I'll try to break it down in these readings. Again, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description. I know people want to just get readings, jump on and jump off. But a lot of readers really do put a lot of time and effort into, reading cards and trying to help people with this. So here's the first card. Start packing. Your new dream home is loading. Yay. Yes. And this is because some of you all did not buckle under pressure. Some of you all did not buckle under pressure when people were testing your demons. You all were heavily tempted. I'm telling y'all were heavily tempted. Heavily, heavily tempted. So start packing. Your new dream home is loading. That's right, your new dream home is loading. Let's see if we can get some messages from your ancestors. So start packing. Some of you all, your new dream home is loaded. Some of you all were heavily, heavily tested to try to go up against some things that were, were meant to destroy you. People were trying to test you to see if you would buckle under pressure. They were really trying to test you all with loved ones to see if you would do to them what they did to you. Some of you all were tested by energies who were arrogant, selfish, stubborn, and materialistic. All they could see was the money aspect of things. All they can see is that, I'm telling y'all, it was literally like the devil took them up to a mountaintop and said, I'm going to give you all of these things if you would just bow down to the material things of the world. Y'all know how I always say that you all are, the mother and money sign of the zodiac? Some of them did not care how much you nurtured them. I'm talking to men and women in your relationship. Some of you all were complete sweethearts to some of you all's exes, friends, family members, all of that. All they can see is that, hey, somebody took them up to a mountaintop and said, here, look at all the riches in the world you can get. And they said, hell yeah. And that's exactly where they, look, that's exactly where they are right now. They sitting there scratching their head right now like, I cannot believe I signed a contract with the devil. Here's some messages from your ancestors. Listen to your intuition. Those are the characteristics of the energies. Because they didn't realize it was Source testing them to see if I take this, this, and this away from these energies, will they betray Cancer? Would they betray Cancer? Would they betray Cancer? And they said, hell yeah. And that's exactly where they feel like they are right now, in hell. I'm telling you, the devil is crafty. The devil is crafty, y'all. You dealt with a dark side of an energy. You dealt with a dark side of someone's character. You dealt with somebody who, their 10th house, they chose money and fame over you. When it was your chance to, if it was you, you wouldn't have done that. Your bitter ex's lover wants you because, let me tell you, Somebody has a very bitter ex. It could have been an ex-friend, ex-love interest, or ex-whoever who sees your heart. They heard all of this horrible stuff about you, but guess what? You were being tested. And guess what? Somebody's ex's lover watched all of the stuff go down, the show go down, and saw, guess what? You did not take the bait. So start packing. Your new dream home is loading. Always bet on you. That's it, Cancer. That's it. This is going to be a short reading. Yeah, dance around your home as if you're new. Dance around your home as if no one is watching. Your enemy's plan backfired. Your enemy is within. You learned what your temptations were, because the moon affects the parts of your body like your stomach area, Cancer. You all are very creative, very nurturing. Think about it, Cancer. It affects your stomach area. People want to fall in your arms. They want to be, and I'm talking to men and women, Cancer, just so we're crystal clear. Yeah, they tested you with the worst of the worst. Be patient. The answers are coming. And I'm going to tell y'all the worst of the worst that these people tested you all with. What they tested, what somebody tempted you all with, Cancer, because you all are very nurturing, they tested you by telling some kind of egregious lie about someone's kids, right? Because someone's kids were very clingy. They knew somebody's kids were very clingy towards you. They were very sensitive towards you, and their kids actually started clamming up because they didn't want to have anything to do. Because again, you all appeal to people's inner child. You all appeal to people's inner child, and their kids got very emotional when you weren't around. You got to be very careful with that, Cancer. So Source had to test you, and Source had to test somebody else. But yeah. So what happened was Source is like, okay. Source had to test some people who were arrogant, selfish towards you, people who knew you. And I'm talking about people who had been around you for years. This is how it went down. Ask Source for clarity. I think y'all are getting it before I even lay the cards out. Your ex wants to return. Because now your ex is looking like a complete and total fool. It's not as deep as you think. This is what I'm telling y'all, Cancer. When you learn what your temptations are, this is why I talk about listening to your y'all gotta hear water sounds in the background. Because I want y'all to start listening to water sounds, drinking your water, being near water, going swimming. You got a lake, a pond, a stream, anywhere you live. Get near it. Adjust your crown. Do a crown chakra cleanse. Keep being sweethearts. Yeah, wealth is within your reach. Wealth is within your reach. Yeah. Pour into, you passed the greatest test that you could have passed. Pour into yourselves more. Keep pouring into yourself. They had to use somebody that was closest to you to see if they could be tempted. Yep, to see if somebody could be tempted. And what they used against them was their demons of arrogance, selfishness, stubbornness, and materialism. And guess what? They took the bait. They took the bait. Let's get into tarot, and we're going to go ahead and close this out. Yep, they took the bait. First time they had an opportunity, as long as they've been around you, to stab you in the back, they did it. And it was two of them. It was two of them. They took the bait. Give me some information, Source. Give me some more information for my Cancers. Give me some information for my Cancers. They took the bait. So start packing. Your new dream home is loading. New dream home is loading. I'm telling y'all, y'all may have been having dreams and downloads because you all are light high priestess energies. I'm talking to my high vibrating Cancers. Guess what? We're all in human form. Everybody has temptations. Everybody. They tempt y'all with everything they could tempt y'all with. But I'm telling you, remember the parts of the body that the moon affects, that's your feelings, is your stomach area, Cancer. When you feel like something ain't right in your stomach, that's why I move through these moon phases. Give me some more information around this. The Source is trying to balance you out. You're sitting on your throne, carefully vetting your thoughts. This is where you analyze everything from top to bottom. This is where you got. Source is trying to help somebody with their IQ. So you're already a water sign. This is how Source is balancing things out with your intelligence, with your IQ, not just your emotional intelligence, the EQ, emotional quotient. We're talking about you got enough water. You're a water sign, right? Source is saying when to take action. Sit on your throne and think about it. Source is trying to help balance you out. When to get up and walk out of room, when to close out a cycle, keep your vibration. That's what Source is saying. That's why somebody's bitter ex's lover is looking at you like, what the heck? And not only that, when we talk about crown chakra cleanse, somebody had to use a child. I'm telling you, it was either a child or someone, and when I say child, they could be an adult child, just so we're crystal clear. It could be little kids or adult children, whatever. Somebody had to appeal to someone's inner child, like something that they've always wanted. So for instance, if the person never grew up, like in terms of, it could have been an adult, somebody who was, basically selfish, who was never really taught to share, what they had, or somebody who was stubborn, somebody who just would not listen until they believed something until they physically saw it, or somebody who was so materialistic, it wasn't enough. They just needed more and more and more and more and more. It's like it just wasn't enough. You couldn't move fast. Y'all know what I'm saying, Cancer? Like, y'all are the money sign of the zodiac, but let's be for real. I mean, who is on the level of billion? If you're watching this, I don't know. You could be a billionaire, I don't know. But money is not just paper and coins. It's really about self-worth. But somebody looking around and they wanted a bigger house. They wanted a bigger car. It's like you could not give them enough. So if you were a man, you were married to somebody who was like that, they would have appealed to, like I said, you couldn't give them enough. Somebody didn't know when to cut ties. But the moment they had an opportunity to betray you, they said, what? They went right straight into betrayal mode. Yep. Yep, they went right into cutting ties with you. Yep. Yep. And this is somebody's ex. Cut tie, ex-friend. So if you don't physically have kids, they couldn't wait to betray you. Yeah, they couldn't wait to betray you. Yep. So you cutting ties with both of them. Yep. They didn't get away with what they did. Keep your vibrations high. Like I said, start packing. Your new dream home is loading. They didn't get away with it because you're creating something new. You were dealing with two karmics who are emotionally imbalanced. So what I say, start packing. Your new dream home is loading. Yep. They believe some kind of lie that you turned your back on them. No, you did not. Close out the cycle in love. Yep. Just because you're thriving. They thought that you were going to die behind closed doors. No, you're not even in survival mode. You're in thrive mode. So yeah, you got a message of good news coming through. The good news is that your intuition is working. I'm talking to men and women, Cancer. Your intuition is working. You would not let them come back if a pig flew past. Somebody has new and exuberant love coming across their path, but you would not let them back into your life if a pig flew across your path. Yeah. And you love these two energies deep, but these energies love money and abundance more than they love you. So, hey, the devil took them straight up to the rooftop. So what they do, what I say, a younger person. Yep, they appeal to, that's what appealed to their younger selves. Very emotionally immature. Two very emotionally immature energies. All they could care about is money. That's all they cared about. So something is not as deep as you think it is. But for you, Source is saying you got to know when to cut things off. For you, you got to know when to cut it off. Because these energies, you got to know when to cut things off. So something having to do with a Virgo. And this Queen of Swords is also Virgo energy too. Virgo rules 6th house. 6th house is all about health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. So remember I said what affects your body, it affects your stomach area, right? This is why diet is so important. It can affect the foods that you eat as well. So start packing. Your new dream home is loading. Yeah, these energies, the first time you poured so much, that's why you see so much water here. You poured so much into these energies, it wasn't even funny. The first time they had an opportunity to hear a lie about you, see, the opposite of this, the other side of this would be Pisces, right? First time they heard a lie about it, and Pisces is the I believe sign, they joined the I believe. Anything they heard something dark about you, as long as they've been around you and as much as you poured into them, they jump right on the bandwagon for money. And guess what? They believe the lie. They believe the lie. So now they're asking why. They're asking why. Why? I thought no loyalty to nothing. Child, to nothing. Too busy clapping and cheering. But see, people don't, let me tell y'all something. People don't trust them. Yeah. Here's the Three of Cups. They talked about you behind your back. People don't trust them. People don't trust them at all. They talked about you like a dog behind your back. Yeah, I can't even say like a dog for real, but I said that because Virgo rules 6th house. But yeah, you learning how to see something from a higher frequency now. Yeah. How easily triangulation works for some people. No matter how much you pour into some people, all it takes is to wag something in some people's faces. And guess what was the indicator for them? Get what was the indicator for them? Their lower part of their body. They still didn't catch the message. It was the lower part of their body. Something they were catching, leg cramps. It was physically affecting their body. They started having, something was happening with their lungs, their throat, their neck. They weren't able to manifest. It was affecting their throat chakra, right? And so the devil was like, all right, since they're not speaking things into existence like Cancer, they don't want to hear. They want something so fast, right? So they had to use some energies who looked at them, who, like I said, who said, okay, use like their temperament, their outlook on life, like first impression, and go, these energies are easily persuaded. Okay, they can easily be persuaded. They like the finer things in life. They like the material possessions. They easily persuaded by those things. Okay, that's their temptation, right? Because that's all they talk about. That was the main. This person got this. This person got. They want the finer things in life, but there's a price to pay for that, right? Right. So yeah, and see, the price for you, which comes naturally for you, is that you're a homebody. They just wanted fast money. That's what they wanted. So yeah, it was easy for the devil to use them. They just like fast money. So anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and close it out. But like I said, if something is not as deep as you think it is, get ready. Your new home is loading. So like I said, and plus somebody also has new love coming across their path too, if that's what you want. If you have new and exuberant love, but you're talking about expansion is happening. Expansion is happening. But yeah, expansion is happening. And by the way, somebody had to use somebody's sun or a moon in Cancer to help you to see this, just so we're crystal clear. Just so we're crystal clear. Somebody had to use somebody who has a sun or moon in Cancer to help you to see this. To get in alignment with this, to balance it out. All right, King of Pentacles. So that you can learn how to be enlightened. That's right, King of Pentacles. You have enough information at this point. That's right. So I do see money coming across your path. These two were paid to betray you. They were paid. They paid attention, and when it was your opportunity to be paid to betray them, you declined it. You said, nope, no thank you. Yep. That's what did I just say? It was two energies. Yep, two energies. Two earth signs were paid to betray you. And they took the bait. They fell for the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. They couldn't wait. Could not wait. Yep. Could not wait. Because for them, it was purely transactional. And guess who they used? A younger person to do it. They tried every single thing they could try to lure you into something, and you wouldn't take this bait, that bait, that bait. So they had to use a younger person use an older person to make an immature comment to them that they love deep, which is you. They use a, like, so for instance, let's say you're dating somebody and they have kids and you don't have kids, right? And so they would say something immature to a younger person about you. Or let's say you're a mentor, or let's say you're a mom, dad, it doesn't really matter whether you have kids or not, stepkids, whoever. They had to say something to an impressionable person about you because that person loves you so deep, your compassion. It literally was like the kids would just run into your arms, whether you're a man or woman, right? They had to say something to them that would cut them real deep, right, about you. That would be so hurtful because somebody loved you more than they loved them. So they went right into jealousy mode, right? And it was somebody that you definitely don't want to deal with because you can see right through the dark side of who they are. You can see right through the dark side of who they are. Y'all understand what I'm saying, Cancer? And so Source was like, yeah. So it was somebody who, they were kind of clingy to you. They were like very emotional. They were not afraid to express their emotions with you. But to them, they were closed off. They cried about you. They were very sensitive to them. They were like, oh, you need to grow up. You know, why are you so clingy towards Cancer? They were just nasty and mean towards them. Straight up evil. Pure evil. But that's okay. Like I said, start packing your new dream home as well. So, people got enough information. They spend hours on top of hours downloading information, hurtful information about you because they thought, like I said, you weren't going to survive behind closed doors. Not only did you survive, you thrived. So here's the Page of Wands. Yeah. So the you got a message that somebody is free. Somebody is free. It was so shady. They try to use some kind of sexual something about you or your person or whatever, your past, that either somebody was gay, bisexual, somebody with something sexual about you. That you were some being shady around you. Don't let your kids around them or their spouse, or don't let your kids, or something crazy, because they couldn't use anything else. They couldn't use anything else. But when it came time to stab them in the back, you said no thank you. You said no thank you. All right? So yeah, they had to use somebody who was impressionable. So keep doing your energy work. Keep doing your energy work. They had to use something so wild and egregious and crazy. That's right. Keep doing your energy work. Keep doing your energy work, Cancer. So, like I said, start packing your new dream home is loading. People got enough information at this point. They got enough information, these dark energies. A new start is coming. So congratulations to you all. That's what I have for you all. Hopefully this is helpful. Be very, very careful when you're dealing with other people's, not just their physical kids, but their inner child. When people start to, you listen to your stomach, your physical body. Your physical body, especially the stomach area for cancers, and I'm talking to you wherever Cancer is in your birth chart, including my cross watchers, get connected to your fourth house. Fourth house is all about family, home life, sense of security, ancestry, self-care, transitions, inner emotions, your maternal figures, and also pets. I'm talking to even men. I'm talking about men too. When you're dating people, because somebody has new and exuberant love. If you got kids and other people on the other side of the family, or you're meeting somebody new and everybody is just gravitating towards you, be very, very careful. Because people feel some kind of way about people who are very nurturing spirits. Jealous. So stand your ground. And like I said before, Source is saying these energies didn't get away with what you thought they were getting away with. They had to use somebody to talk to. Literally, three people talking to somebody. These energies had to pour some poison into somebody's young brains. These emotionally immature energies had to pour some poison into a young person's brains about you because of your nurturing spirit. Because you too clingy. You need to grow up. They would say that to an adult or a young kid about you. And I'm talking about young. Because of your nurturing spirit. Source is like, yeah, so that's what I have for you all. Hopefully this is helpful. And like I said, start packing. Your new dream home is loading. That's what God has for somebody. So congratulations to you all, Cancer. But when it comes to, this is a message about young people. I hope y'all hear me loud and clear. You got some real evil spirits out here. No matter how nurturing you are, no matter how nurturing you are, hear me very clearly. You can have the biggest heart on the freaking planet. Everything has to be out in the open. Everything has to be out in the open. Because this is how these energies were trying to trap you with some kind of a lie behind your back. They had to use a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, to lie about something and took something to church behind your back. Took something to church behind your back. But they were paid by some people. They were paid money. So I hope somebody hear me loud and clear about what type of people y'all running with. That's what I have for you, Cancers. Hopefully this is helpful. Have a great week. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because a lot of these energies, you don't want tarot card readers to share this information. But I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to give y'all as much information as possible. Again, this is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. If you got the page or use this youthful energy, a lot of people feel some kind of way about how nurturing you all are, and people are gravitating towards your water, your nurturing spirit. I hope y'all take heed. Hope y'all take heed. These are some shady energies. Shady. Smoke and mirror. You think about fire and water. That is smoke and mirror. They're trying to mirror your compassion. And because they cannot mirror your compassion, out of the mouth of babes, these young adults, these young kids, as well as older adults, even when you got older people who are saying, you know what, they think you're a really kind-hearted person. Some of their family members are upset and frustrated. So anyway, that's what I have for you. Bye.